Hello and welcome to Yoga with Maria. So today we're going to look at legs and some of our core work. So I'll start by showing you to the front and then I'll turn over to the side. But you just kind of want to get your legs out in front of you. Keep that your bum on the floor, just sort of feel your sitting bones. And you're trying to think about lengthening that spine. Now, if this is too much for you, and you find it quite hard to keep a straight back, you can always use your hands behind you or the side to help support. Just trying to think about keeping that gap between your ear and your shoulder, so you're not kind of doing this, but you're thinking about elongating that spine and that neck. Start to engage already your tummy muscles. So again, if you need to use this or behind, just to kind of help support, especially if you're finding it quite difficult, as I say, to kind of keep that spine nice and straight. And even from here, you can start to practice engaging your glutes, your ass cheeks. So you can kind of practice a few little kind of engaging them, turning them on, as it were, and releasing. Again, this is a really good exercise that you can do any time of the day. Sitting on the bus, sitting in the car, sitting in the office. You can kind of sort of do sets of 10. 3 sets of 10. Anyway, so that's kind of your sort of starting position. And again, it should already feel like we're starting to engage the body. And then from here, you're just going to inhale and bring one of your knees in towards your chest. So keeping this leg that's out in front nice and engaged as well, so it's kind of active. And again, we're kind of not crunching up the shoulders at the same time. We're going to keep those shoulders down away from the ears. We are engaging the tummy muscles. So we're going to inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale. And again, I like to bring my hands in with that to kind of help encourage to bring it nice and high. But you might kind of just prefer to keep the hands by the side, or as I say, behind. Kind of makes you work a little bit harder on that leg. But it's really whatever works for you. And then we're going to switch over to the other leg. So again, inhaling, exhale. And again, with any of these moves, it's really about trying to engage that breath with the movement, so it's not in isolation. And again, you can really take your time with this, or if you prefer, you can keep it quite dynamic if you're really feeling quite warm. It's kind of really up to you. It's just about getting into those hips, getting into those legs, warming those tummy muscles up. And then we're going to try a little bit with both legs. So again, you're inhaling, bringing these knees in towards the chest. And again, you're trying to think about lengthening that spine, lengthening that neck, really engaging those tummy muscles, keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. So you're going to inhale, bring them in, and then exhale, extend. So you've got options. Again, you can keep these elbows on the floor. You can keep them by your side. If you really need to, you can keep them behind you. And your heels don't have to hover. They can remain connected always to the floor. So it's kind of really wherever you feel most comfortable, or however much you want to challenge yourself. And if you get the shakes, that's okay. But if you start to feel too much strain on the back, just kind of stop, maybe just put those elbows down and just do the movement with the legs. Again, just tracing those heels on the floor. But if you're feeling quite strong, you want to kind of challenge yourself a little bit, you can try doing that sequence with those heels off the floor, so you can go into a boat pose. connecting that breath. So inhaling, bringing those knees in towards the chest. Exhale, lengthening. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, you can challenge yourself. Keep those elbows down, or you can keep the hands down. You can challenge yourself by just holding that position in that boat pose, or you can hold it up here. This one's slightly easier. And again, just think about keeping your shoulders away from the ears. And you can keep those toes down if that's too challenging. That's also completely okay. It's quite you know, it requires quite a lot of concentration, quite a lot of balance, and sometimes it's going to be very difficult, especially if it's the first time you ever tried it. So just listen to your body. And even if you just go into a balance just for a few seconds, then that's great. And then come out of it. And then once you've kind of done a few of that, start to feel your body wander, you can give yourself a little stretch out. From there, so kind of putting your hands on your knees, and again, your legs don't have to be crossed. It can be out in front of you if crossing them is too uncomfortable. It's again listening to your body and finding what works for you. You can even do this move sitting on a chair if being on the floor doesn't work for you. So kind of bringing your hands towards your knees and just helping stretch out that tummy that you've been working in that move. And again, once you've done that, just give yourself a few moments. Thank you. Namaste.